This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president of Palamina Corporation, Mr. Andrew Thomson. Andrew, it is a pleasure to have you on and to have some positive news on the drilling at the Usicayos Gold Project in Peru. Congratulations, a milestone moment, years in the making. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, Gerardo. Yeah, we're finally drilling at Usicayos. I'm quite happy with the program that's been initiated. Our plan now is to drill 2,600 meters in 6 different holes. They'll be about a depth of 400 meters, so they're a little more extended than we originally thought. Originally, we were going to do 12 holes. We elected to go this route so that there's less moving of the rig. Also, I've negotiated with Energold to extend the season by leaving the drill at site. They gave us a very good rate for keeping the drill on site, so that should give us another 2 weeks at the end of the drilling season.
And this is a diamond drilling program, right?
Yes, yeah. It's Energold are known for SolGold uses these smaller rigs. You know, they're very portable. They take about a day and a half to move from pad to pad, but they're quite efficient. They can go to, roughly 600 to 800 meter depth.
And so you said 6 holes, 2,400 meters. Is that accurate?
Yeah, 2,600 meters roughly. It'll be between 24 and 2,600 meters.
Walk me through the target, Andrew. You've been pretty vocal and you've done a lot of very, very good, high quality exploration work prior to this drilling program. This isn't a greenfields target that you just stumbled upon and put a drill to. You've actually done a lot of good surface exploration, trenching, mapping, the works. Can you walk me through everything that kind of led up to the diamond drilling program and what you're hoping to find?
Yeah, again, we're looking for the source of the alluvial gold in Madre de Dios down in the valley on the north end of the Andes. And Oyachea was a deposit that was defined by our team when they were working for that company. And 65 kilometers west is Usicayos. So, in our flank is Crucero. It's a million indicated, million inferred gold deposit, but there's a big shear zone there. And so we staked the ground. About half of it was sort of ex-Newmont, and there were other groups in. We've gone to auction against groups like Fresnillo. So it's taken us many years to acquire this land package, but the good news is we own it 100%. We staked it. There's no back-end payments, no royalties, and we've defined a 2.4 kilometer system. We've got 4 visible gold areas. We've had, chip samples as high as almost 20 ounces, 620 grams. We've seen 3 meters of 30 grams in channel samples, but the key here is that we're getting pulses of mineralization in an orogenic Devonian system that currently is about 2.4 kilometers. I can tell you we've had some internal claims come up. We won some at auction about 2 weeks ago, so we're trying to extend the zone to the southwest as well. Last year we had a new zone, Veta Northeast, that we discovered to the northeast. So right now we're drilling in the Veta zone, which sits in the center of the 2.4 kilometers.
You have pretty significant property holdings in the Puno orogenic gold belt, and you also have an equity partner in Windshield Gold Corp that is getting ready for drilling. How is that coming along?
So Windshield just conducted a program at Gaban. We've defined a 2 kilometer by 900 meter zone, which is known as a Cortiri zone. Last Friday, they resubmitted all of there are comments for the drill permitting, which is a DIA, which is the initial environmental permitting, but it's the bulk of the permitting. Again, we've got all of the responses completed and submitted. Normally it would take anywhere from, it'll probably be 2 months. So we're hoping we get that permit this year to drill next year. But the key is in the last round, the Cortiri zone is 2 kilometers, and on the south side of the Anamai River, where there's a lot of alluvial gold. Again, there was a 54 gram weight nugget pulled out of the stream. We've seen another 35 gram weight nugget last week. But north of the area, so that the Cortiri zone sits to the southwest, and the northwest area between Cortiri and San Gaban, the town of San Gaban, on the next ridge over, we had a 6 gram assay, and it actually makes more sense for all the alluvial gold that we're finding in the streams that should be the zone. And so, contributing most of the alluvial gold. Anyhow, long story short, they did 90 samples have gone in, and there are 2 zones where we crushed rock and got visible gold. And the geology is slightly different. It's a little bit more conducive to the kind of mineralization we're looking for. So, it's pretty exciting. I think, again, it extends it by about 200 meters. So, there's kind of two kicks at the can. We're expecting Usakayas will be drilled this year and then Gaban next year. And, it's exciting because both have over 2 kilometer strike lengths in terms of structure. So they're big, big systems. And again, they both sit above Madre de Dios, with Gaban being the closest.
I mentioned how diligent you've been in selecting your targets and which properties to drill given the significant property holdings. I know that you're also working closely with Gold Spot Discoveries, which has done a great job in identifying and advancing targets for several companies and has contributed to multiple pretty significant discoveries here in the past couple of years. How is communication with them?
Well, so we've gone through the first round with them, and we've submitted all the government data that we have, which includes a lot of geochem and government geophysics. We've also submitted all our own data, and we bought out a database from a company called Orion, and we've put it all together. We're not quite at the first pass. We're close. We're still making sure the data is accurate. There's a lot of questions that came back from them, but I'm pretty encouraged. Again, we're the first to fly the belt. We've got a lot of geophysical examples. So as an example, with Gaban, there's 1,200 miners mining 3 to 5 ounce material over a 1.2 kilometer area, and we can clearly see the structures in the area that we've flown. And when we put that together with the area at Gaban, again, we've kept that property to the south west. And again, Fresnillo came in and staked on top of us. But as we move forward and move to the drill phase, it becomes quite exciting because we're starting to, again, very large systems, 700 square kilometers of alluvial gold downstream from the two watersheds. So, the more we look at it, the more it adds up. And I'm just really encouraged by the fact that we're now, both Windshear and ourselves, are entering the drill discovery phase.
Seems like there's gold all over the place. Let's hope that drill bit finds a little bit of it.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain we will find gold. It's continuity that's the key in being able to build the resource. But as I've always said, this belt is very forgiving when it comes to geology. It's more the political side of it that's a little bit more difficult.
Well, one step at a time. I know you've done a really good job in communicating with the local community, making sure that you have social license support. And I understand there was recently some concessions made where you came to an agreement and helped with the road and among other things that you've done very well in the community. How is that?
Well, initially, the community had asked us, a lot of the projects in the area are named after the communities, and we weren't able to make that commitment simply because we were in an application process, and it would have been a lot of effort to change all the different applications. But as soon as we were through the process and approved, we elected to make the concession. Then the community asked us for some support, so we've agreed to help in building roads, and we've got one local artisan group, a woman's group that we're supporting. And as soon as we agreed to those, it took a little bit of time because they do things by assemblea, which means it's once a month. So we didn't get it in time for the first month. But now that it's completed, everything's great. And we're really not having any issues. We employ quite a few people. I think we're up to about 35 locally now. So, post-COVID, everybody's, Peru's coming out of COVID. I went down to Lima for 7 days. I didn't actually go to project, but I did spend time there, and the restaurants are open and things are slowly opening up. It's a little, again, it's about 4 to 5 months behind Canada, but we're definitely able to work without any issues.
Wonderful news. Great to hear the update. Great to know that the drill is turning. Looking forward to results. Andrew, anything else that you want to add to that?
I think, people should know that we're well cashed up. We raised $5 million. Eric Sprott came in for 12%. I maintain my interest. So, as did Ernesto Echeverria, one of our largest shareholders, and Jeff Phillips. So we have about 65 million shares, so still fairly tightly held. And again, this is the first round of drilling on this project where we've got significant values over 2.4 kilometers, and it's never been drilled. And again, on our flank, sort of on the edge of the shear zone, there's 2 million ounces. So I'm pretty encouraged that we'll find something. It's whether or not we can build a resource that remains to be seen.
Looking forward to seeing if you're able to connect those dots. Thanks again.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.